tanks up there maybe to pressure the supports, but they're instead going to pressure on the low ground. That is a huge cog now down. Fisher out of the fight.
Yeah, wondering what happened there because he just threw himself out into the open. Asher working well. He managed to pick up the kill on Raucus there behind the EMP from Surefour. And so there is a bit of an opening here perhaps for Los Angeles to try and turn the tide, but Boink will get the res off on Raucus. And things looking a little grim here for the Gladiators.
It was where Raucus died that allowed them to resurrect it, and you have to take that into consideration. The EMP is a guaranteed kill on his Zenyatta for the most part, even if you're not the one getting it. But you want to kill him where he's out in the open, where you can't get the resurrection going, especially you know they're running that Mercy. So if you kill him out in the open, then you can camp it, maybe even get the Mercy there who's going to be baited in to try to res him and take him down, but not working out there. So still
Goose, that would be a big one. Big Goose hanging in there, but not long enough. Lisa with the dash, Shaz with the snipe, but both supports dead now for Los Angeles Gladiators. Big deal, however, is that Big Goose did manage to get his nano off before he died.
He pressured him, that nano went on to Fissure there. Fissure's gonna pop his Primal Rage, just trying to get some pressure, but so far it is all Houston in the kill feeder. Lynx are on the carry.
Yeah, there we go. Surefour with the other EMP. That could actually try and swing things their way. Muma doing a good job of dancing in the corner, trying to limit the damage taken. It's all about outlasting at this point if you are Houston Outlaws. The stagger is real. They're dying one after another on this point. There will be a contest last second here and the self-destruct attempt from Bishu, but it's not going to really get a kill. And while it's not going to buy a whole lot of time either as he gets demeched and destroyed.
Bishu was able to stay alive, get back into his mech and buy just a little bit more time. The May wall is out. They need to get a kill or two to start stabilizing. That was all it will take from the Los Angeles Gladiators to bring this one back. They've done a good job on the stall so far.
And this is not going to be enough. Lakes are even at with the self-destruct, trying to get it into a good angle, and he does. That will clear the site. So a little bit of time bought here by Houston Outlaws. Raucus with the kill on Asher as well, and then Raucus get out! Fisher's having none of it.
Fisher was looking for that one. He was able to chase him down, knock him into the icy depths of Volskaya. And this should be it for the defense. They're going to come back in here and fight it just a little bit. Matt's going to buy a little bit of time at the least. They could start getting some reinforcements back into this, but you have to question, are you going to be able to hold? Are you just feeding at this point? And that is 4 quick kills. They will stall it out, but now Gladiators will take point number 1. Point A,
yeah, point A, point number 1. There are 2 points, you know, you have to be right. A, B, it all works out in the end, Hex. What's also pretty interesting to see here is that Boink has got that Valve still, him dying.
Boink was there to keep Raucus alive. That's why Asher had to go for the pulse farm rather than just the one clip. Shaz takes down Clockwork again. He has been very difficult to deal with on Zenyatta, but Boink will bring Clockwork back into the mix. But already, Gladiators are going to have a slower time.
That was a bold resurrect as well, right out in the open. Linkster finds the kill on Shaz, and Surefour still hunting for targets. We'll be able to back off just in the nick of time. Big Goose topping him up, and with the trance that allows for Gladiators to move together here as a unit. Clockwork does try to put up a fight, but it's getting a bit dicey for him. It's definitely looking a little thin, as you still have Linkster here with the reflex just buying a little bit more.
Nice patience there as they wait a second. The Zenyatta will come back on the point, install this out before the second tick is reached. Again, all you're looking for in the defense is one kill to restabilize this. That could be what they need. Muma taking down Asher is enormous. They still could need a little bit more though. It opens the gates, clicked off the points. Gladiators will finish the round. 45 seconds separate the time bank between these two teams.
Immediately Surefour going for the blade. He does hunt down Linkster, so that's a great kill to kick things off. Question, there is no Valk ready here. There is no Valk at all here for Gladiators. They've switched it up, and so no res possible. It's going to be done the hard way. Boink, never mind. Boink will bring it back. It's Gladiators who made the change.
Surefour is able to take down Coolmat, who was trying to get back in that mech. So important, as I mentioned, this should be Gladiators now as they continue to pile on. Late Transcend is going to come out from Raucus, try to buy a little bit of time, but it is all for naught as he eats a pulse bomb towards the end. There goes Boink and Clockwork. This one is Gladiators for the taking with a little over a minute left. They will get an extension, of course.
We'll get a little bit more.
Mick, Lynx are near his own blade. Houston in a pretty solid position.
It's a question of whether Surefour can kick things off strong again. Does spot Linkster, goes to Raucus. Trance is going to be used immediately, however, he does force it. As far as Surefour is concerned, that could be a win. No longer that big heal going on for Houston Outlaws, but Clockwork will find Shaz. Shaz, that's a big kill. A lot of the support, the healing gone for Los Angeles Gladiators. Now it's all about the throughput here. Self-destructs countering each other out. A little bit of space gain, but they will not be able to get a presence on the point, Gladiators. They will not be able to keep themselves alive here. For him, he gets spooked away just in the nick of time. And does he fully commit to this? No, decides to hold on to it for a little bit later. But Houston Outlaws, they got 2 key kills, and that could end it here as far as the Gladiators are concerned.
Shortboard gets absolutely bamboozled there. He's trying to come in, and the boot back was also so important, but then he has to translocate back, and Muma was camping his translocator. He went back and got absolutely rocked immediately. He will have the EMP. I guess that's the silver lining here of dying before you're able to use it. He has EMP for the defense. Last time it wasn't enough to really help them out. We'll see. They should have EMP, they should have barrier, they should have transcendence going forward. They're gonna need it all.
She can stay alive forever, and then, you know, it's just super annoying. There we go, nice one. Put down, and the man kills himself rather than give the kill a clockwork. He's having none of it. Chucks himself into the icy waters. Fisher will have to respawn. Bishu still buying time on this point, and Shurtboard there with the EMP. Monster hack, 4 targets hit, and now it's just about getting the job done, except that a Reaper doesn't care. He's got shotguns.
Reaper, one of the best targets to get EMP'd because it does not matter. He's not ability reliant. Shaz will take down Linkser. They are so close. Remember, they only need 33%. And now they take Big Goose down in the corner. It is it. A Shortboard will fall as well. A recall forced out, still holding on just barely.
This is unreal. Bishu with the fancy footwork, the fancy fly in there. And now Asher is able to get back into it. Can they hold Los Angeles Gladiators? There's the sound barrier. They're buying even more time. And while we're about to get into overtime here for Houston Outlaws, they are running out. Lynx are still doing damage though, dropping those meaty targets. And Rockets with the Helix. There's one. Lynxer gets 2. And it's looking like they should be able to manage this now as Bishu gets D-Max instantly. The Death Blossom thrown into the mix. And Houston Outlaws, in the end, will prevail. 4-3 on Volskaya. A 1-0 lead. Onto that Genji, trying to get into the fight a bit faster here and really committing to the full dive as far as Gladiators are concerned. Bishu will get demeched. And this is back and forth. Now it's Boink who's stepping in, deciding, hey, I can put on a bit of a show myself as well. Pay attention.
Not clean from either side. Hydration and Asher combined take down 2. Lynx are back in the mix, takes down Hydration. It does seem like...
Right over the wall. Where you gonna hide now? He will not find a kill, but he does create just a little bit of room to work with there. The sound barrier is out for Houston Outlaws. That might be enough here to make the difference and allow them to flip this point. They are done capping it, and they'll start to get some percentage on the board, but Los Angeles Gladiators up to 79% already. Can actually get something going on the point for themselves. Can they kill Linkser? Because the man right now is just buying so much time.
Fissure barely. Oh no! 1 HP. Jake will finish him off on the way out. Big Goose does avenge his fallen friend though. And it does seem like Gladiators gets enough kills. Is it enough to actually capture the point, though? This could be one of those interesting times where you think you've got it. Oh, speaking of interesting times, that's a Barrage of Farah live through. Mark it down.
They finally kill Linkser. A bit too far away. Now it's...
You know what? This is a favorable situation for Houston. They have 2 support ultimates to use. Transcend should come out momentarily. If that does not do it, then they should be able to get a sound barrier. Transcend comes out too late to save Linkser, though.
Too late to save Linkser, and this is going to be a Shaz fight now because Shaz has got Trance of his own, and it's just a second too late there to stop Jake doing the damage. Big Goose killed yet again. Jake trying to close the gap. Gonna get right in there. Base gets stuck, though. Asher not going to let him out of his grips. And so it's Raucus dancing on the edge here. But it is going to be Los Angeles Gladiators finding the kills, and we already have Big Goose ferrying Fisher back into this.
Raucus does keep himself alive, gets 1 kill, but then taken out late into that, and despite Houston having the huge ultimate advantage coming into this, Gladiators sustained through it and get the kills late. They will take stage number 1 of Bijan Tower. Biggest disadvantage is wide open spaces and being flanked all over the place. This artificial choke, a max range hook punishes Linkser.
That was a monster one, and now Jake, well, yeah, you've got the tac vines. You're just going to be throwing it into big, beefy tanks who are going to take forever to die, but that might make the difference here as Boink finds a kill on Hydration as well. It's down to the 3 remaining players on the point, and they're not going to be around for long. Bishu's been Z-Mech, and Shaz is wondering, what can I do? Oh, yeah, there we go, Jake. I like it.
Not surprising, Jake's emoting there. Love him or hate him, there's really no in-between in the Overwatch League.
And it connects full on, looking for the kill on Muma. Muma will die to the self-destruct from Bishu. Everything getting thrown into this fight here from the Los Angeles Gladiators, including the tire from Hydration that goes rip-roaring in. Doesn't quite find a target, though. Does he realize that Big Goose is right around the corner? Well, not gonna be Big Goose, but Boink.
Still trying to clean this up. They will finally flip it back over 25% and counting up now. Gladiators, really smart move to be able to take their tanks and move over to the edge. Now this is the position you want to be in. Rather you would prefer to have your ultimates here, of course. You can lock down doors, but much easier to hold control with tanks than to take control.
Exactly, Asher can't overextend, but he can always take a breath. That sounded a bit scary there as Fisher gets caught out. Jake now realizing there's no shield, nothing here to stop him from wreaking havoc. 3 kills for him. And that's going to be Houston Outlaws quickly taking over the point yet again. Bishu demec'd, everybody dead, sent back to spawn, get out, and they're up to 60% now. Houston Outlaws doing
almost always up because you have 2 of them now. They knock you off course for charges. They knock you off course for shatters, everything that you're looking for. Tyre comes in looking to close it out. Big Goose down.
Super sick from Jake there to find Big Goose. That was a big kill that can actually turn things here. Jake still just chucking grenades. He gets body blocked in the door, but will be able to back out just in time to stay alive as they are still fighting this one out to the bitter end. Shaz doing everything he can to keep Bishu in the mech, and Asher is here as well. Asher eventually gets splattered by Cool Matt. There is still a presence alive for the Gladiators. The only issue here is whether Fisher can get anything done here with the Doomfist or not, and he's not even going to be able to get on the point.
One Junkrat and a McCree on the other side of things. Hydration has brought out the fist.
Yeah, he's looking to connect it with faces as well. Not quite going to find it that time, but that definitely cost Shaz his life. There we go, D-Mech coming through. Hydration with the big burst damage, and now he decides to get into the fight, into the mix, follows it up. 3 kills there, or at least the D-Mech on Cool Matt. Might as well count as 3.
It's such a combo hero. When Doomfist gets rolling, there's nothing he can do to stop him, but he does a little...
Cancel out the tower, and now it's on Fisher with the sound barrier. Does manage to get the air shatter down, and he's gonna get booped out of the way. Can't get anything going. Cool Matt is gonna be the hero there.
Fisher and Bishu down. This is ridiculously frustrating if you've ever played right. Oh my goodness, a double Deadeye goes in and takes Jake and Linkser down. Gladiators trying to bring this one back from the brink, and they will finally capture it, but not before 85% is taken for Houston.
Still have that to work with, and Jake is very close to a tire, so there is a potential combo, but we're already gonna have to get the grab thrown in here from the Los Angeles Gladiators. Fisher sets it up with 2, the hammer doing work, and they will be trading back and forth. The Los Angeles Gladiators looking like they're gonna pull out ahead here.
They don't have any options. They have to be using all the ults they have. They did end up using the grab from Linkser, and they get knocked off the points. The Los Angeles Gladiators bring it back here on control thanks to some... Exactly what's going to come out.
What he's going to do, he's going to put it right into the pony. Fisher is gone. That was Muma finding that kill. Muma nano boosted as well. Going to go up there and look for some squishies, and he's going to find Shaz, exactly who he was looking for. Hydration in the meantime is removed. Linkser and Surefour though takes down Jake, so a lot. The DPS are dead now for the Houston Outlaws. Muma fist to face, and Surefour is gone. But the Gladiators, they remain.
They need a couple more kills here. The defense still on the point, still fighting. They've got the Orisa back in the mix, free out of mech. And Muma has his work cut out for him. Tyre could end it.
Tyre could make all the difference. And yes, finds Boink. Muma now on the point, trying to stay alive. He could be not long for this roll, although he does have the primal to keep buying time. Overtime Wick is burning now. Muma needs to tap that point, but he can't get onto it. Gets caught in the corner and not allowed to leave. At the opening, Surefour, speaking of openings, he's trying to find one right now, kind of lurking in the back line. And there we go, EMP comes online. Big Goose now could have that golden opportunity, could just chuck his translocator in there and just go to town, or go invis as well. That's an option. He's gonna just drop straight down on top of him. Hello, there's the EMP. You guys want to cast abilities? Sorry, not gonna happen.
2 down very quickly, looking for a third. Spree does get himself 1, but that is it. Big Goose will clean up his own mess as Linkser now down and out of this fight. Linkser was on the Debo by all means, and that is it. The Gladiators run over Houston on Kings Row. Rather, there's the mega pack in there, and the Sombra can go into the small pack. Back cap in action though, trying to happen. However, Gladiators are able to sniff it out.
All right, well, Asher is going to have to go toe-to-toe with Jake right now. They are in a tight duel. Asher nearly dead. Jake coming out ahead in that one. But Jake, I love it. This is some soon play, and again, the back cap straight up. Jake with the hero plays here for Houston Outlaws. Los Angeles Gladiators, you can't blink, or Jake will run it right through. Bit of HP. There will be the self-destruct, but they should be able to get out of harm's way. Yep, nobody getting clipped by that one. Los Angeles Gladiators sticking in this fight. Jake is just indestructible. They just can't seem to kill this guy. He has a constant presence on this cart, pressuring the back line, and now Raucus decides it's time to go. And Glow, he is going to be getting in here with the mass healing for his teammates. Fisher just keeping that pressure going on Linkser. Linkser just can't find an inch to breathe with here.
Well, meanwhile, while that's happening, everyone on the cart is getting kills for Houston Outlaws. Linkser left to his own devices, will kill two. Shaz will jump off the edge in an attempt to reset there. Does not want to get the bad spawns. Two bad spawns happen. They'll go into the drink of Gibraltar. Asher is out of there. Short four on the bastion of all things. It's a nice switch towards the end, but he has to fight outside of sightlines, otherwise Linkser will eat him up.
They're exactly right. You can see he's just taking shot after shot. And now Linkser decides to commit to this fight. Bonnie is going to get the res off on Muma, so the Angry Monkey can get back into this fight. There's the headshot on Shaz. That's fantastic. And Coolmat will find Big Goose. It's looking like Houston Outlaws. They've got the horns out right now, and the Gladiators have no way to deal with it. Outlaws come through and pick up 3 points on Gibraltar.
The only push they have.
And I'm really liking this from Houston as well. They know every second counts at this point, and Linkser is just holding so far forward, so aggressive that Los Angeles Gladiators now need to just dive in here with both tanks. They will leap up to the high ground, but again, grappling hook straight out of harm's way, and now Linkser just gets to take pot shots all day.
Well, Moon was about a mile away in the backline. He will eventually get Shaz, and he can do that because any second he needs to, he can pop Primal Rage. There it is, and there's Transcend as well.
Transcend thrown out, but they're continuing to keep him alive. Cool Matt hunts in the backline right now, and Moma will eventually find Big Goose. We're into overtime now. It's all or nothing for the Gladiators, but there are so many players here for Houston Outlaws just finding kill after kill. Bishu with the self-destruct will find nothing, and it doesn't even matter. Asher crossing his fingers, hoping to get lucky. Wasn't meant to be that time. We did have Asher there trying to threaten the back line. And well, now some big kills coming through. Hydration will get deaded. Jake with the Helix in the back. Hydration definitely thinking he had he had Raucus there dead to rights.
Yeah, he did have him dead to rights. There's no way that should have happened, but then he eats it. Now they're going to flip it back over. Gladiators have taken control of the point, but this time he as well.
Yeah, shields up, and guess what? Barrage on Jake again. Hydration sets the trap. Jake walked right into it. Muma's left all by his lonesome on the point. And Fisher, yes, it goes primal. This is definitely not where you want to be. Oh, the timing. He will get the jump back in time. Right back onto the point.
98% and counting up. It's desperation time. Muma's able to take down Shaz, but he will give his life for it. Outlaws have to take this point back or they're down a stage.
Oh, yeah, exactly. This is going to be a fantastic start. It could be Ruins coming next, so there's always a chance, but overtime it is in, and they are just launching themselves onto the point. Jake dead yet again, and well, everybody else along with them. Nobody close enough to tap the point to keep it alive here for the Outlaws, and Los Angeles Gladiators will take the lead.
Widow, so they also want a Tracer. Hydration doesn't play Tracer, so he's on Lucio. It looks like the Gladiators have queued up mystery heroes here, but they're making it work.
They are making it work with the EMP. Those are 2 kills coming through. The DMAC on Matt. Well, Linkser gets the fadeaway on Shaz. That's a feel-good moment for him. But he is getting hunted down, and he will die eventually. No! Gets the pack just in the nick of time to stay alive, and now Fisher will eventually tase him to death.
I mean, Asher has done his job on the Widow. Hydration!
We'll get that trance out in time. Definitely did not want to use it then, perhaps, because now it's going to be gone, and we get into the real meat of the issue here. Bishu finds the kill on point. Linkser gets caught by Shaz. And right now, things definitely favoring the Los Angeles Gladiators.
It's 4v4 still really up in the air right now as far as who's going to win. Fisher is able to take down his counterpart in Muma. Hydration will fall to Raucus. However, control of the point still in favor of Houston right now. As long as they can stalemate this, they're in a good position. Jake will finally fall. Gladiators have swung this back.
Jake wins the duel versus Asher, but this is still back and forth. Not quite done yet. Muma, the focus point here as Bishu and Shaz are working together against Linkser, but then Fisher comes leaping into the fray and finds 2. Turning it around here. They have not managed to flip it just yet, but it is right on the brink.
99-99, Matt's gonna drop self-destruct on the point. He will get Hydration, unable to get out of the mix. Fisher's off the edge as well. Houston not out of this just yet. Must win this stage to stay in it, but the Gladiators are cleaning up.
And they're sticking together. That's the key thing. If they can keep working this out, Boink was hacked there for a moment. That's not gonna help things. He gets deaded, and now it's on Linkser with the Dragon Blade. Has to come up big. There's the 1, looking for a second. He'll find it. Now for the 3rd, but he's done his bit. They're still in this fight. overtime now, and if you leave it for a split second, it is over. But it's all on Houston Outlaws to try and win this fight, hands down versus the Gladiators. It is not looking likely. Cool Matt keeping it alive here for the Outlaws. The very bitter end as Boink comes into the fight as well. But 4 alive, and the sound barrier used just for the 2 of them to try and keep hope alive here for the Outlaws just a little bit longer. Linkser will be in it, but it's not gonna be enough. Overtime burns down, and the Los Angeles Gladiators win 2-0 on map 5 versus the Houston Outlaws. Hanging in there.
In a very strange composition, using every